welcome back to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for Game 2 of Ice Hockey Australia's 20 and under State of Origin, New South Wales versus Queensland. My name's Ben Chalker. Joining me in the box this morning.
Well, you have Julie Haley-Fixter here.
And what a pleasure it is to have you here this morning, Julie.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of Queensland in the box here this morning, Ben.
Yeah, some fair and balanced coverage this morning. Hey, a bit of a treat for the visiting fans tuning in from Queensland. We welcome you.
Hello
now,
there, Queensland.
obviously, your guys will be hoping for a repeat of yesterday's performance.
Let's hope so. It was a good start. A nice shutout for our goalie, Paddy Ivans.
He played unbelievably well yesterday. He wasn't taxed as much, perhaps, as New South Wales goaltender Baxter yesterday afternoon, who acquitted himself quite well under some extreme pressure from a very strong start for Queensland. But New South Wales looking real hungry this morning. They've got their game plan dialed in. Hopefully they'll have made some adequate adjustments this morning.
Absolutely.
Now, starting in net this morning for New South Wales, Matt Montgomery is getting the start for New South Wales this morning. Mr. Baxter having earned himself a morning off after yesterday's exploits.
And for Queensland, we will have Dallas Boko in net for Queensland.
Both teams getting some fresh legs in net on this early morning start here in Newcastle. Warm-ups are coming to an end here. We've got a couple of seconds left of preparations before we get underway here. So there goes the sirens. We see both teams taking one last chance to belt some pucks around, as is habit for hockey players.
Got a little fist pump from the goalies in the middle there from Banner and Ivans.
Love to see it.
Enjoy some time on the bench for the first period as they watch the starters.
Last little preparations here. Players and referees cleaning up the pucks before we get underway here. Queensland obviously a 1-0 series lead so far here through game 1. They'll obviously be looking to continue their momentum from yesterday afternoon. New South Wales with a lot of work to do to overcome that from yesterday. We're going to step aside for a moment here for the anthem and then welcome you back in just a moment. Welcome back. We're about to get underway here. Teams retreating from the blue line after the anthem. Queensland taking their huddle around their net, and the Blues doing likewise to the right of screen. As with yesterday, New South Wales playing from the right-hand side to the left for the first and third periods. Queensland from left to right on our screens here. Goalie cams getting a view of both teams' huddles.
This is always my favourite part.
It's a great little part, isn't it? It's one of the many fine traditions in hockey. It's that little bit of calm before the storm, before we kick off. Both teams having that last little bit of back pattern and tyre pumping before we get underway.
New South Wales look pumped.
Taking home ice advantage, get their chant in last. Nice and loud. Good bit of energy out of them so far. Get things underway, as we mentioned. Matt Montgomery in net for the New South Wales Blues to start off this morning.
Well, looks like we'll have Jack Molly ready to face off for Queensland.
And we've got, by the look of it, number 19, Colby Schumack. Second generation great ice hockey players for Australia. Here, son of Bears legend, whose name will be very familiar for anyone who's stuck around hockey for any amount of time in New South Wales. New South Wales out to a fast start here. Not shying away from any contact here early from Queensland. Moving the puck well. Blues captain Quinn with an early shot in on net there. Good start. This is about as good of a start as New South Wales could have hoped for so far. Nice hard-working shift, asserting themselves on the puck. Perfect response from yesterday afternoon. Queensland acquitting themselves well in the defensive zone there, Julie.
Absolutely. They're ready to hold the fort at the back end.
Good face-off win there for the Maroons. Nice, simple, structured hockey there, getting it to the opposite end, and that will go for an icing call as Queensland not able to outrace the puck there.
Gotta love the players chat to the refs on the way.
You've got to appeal for it though,
Of
right?
course.
Like if cricket players get to do it, surely we can do it in hockey
I mean, it's
as
worth
well,
it.
right?
It's
Yes.
worth a shot.
You've got to ask. You've got to try. 99 times out of 100, the referee's going to look at you and go, "You are joking, right?"
That's it.
But you've got to try, right? You have to. Maybe this time, my philosophical arguments will make a difference. They won't, but you've got to try. Good bit of play there. Queensland able to squeak that one out into the neutral zone. They shove it ahead. Blues captain Quinn retrieves, moves the puck down ice into the attacking zone. Blues not shying away from the contact here early. A fantastic change from yesterday. Downey with a little bit of space, manages to get through. He's got a loose puck. Quick shot on net, turned aside by the Queensland goaltender. Great little stop there from the Maroons goalie. Centering pass, not able to get a shot on net there. It was Kulinich into the Blues. Centering pass, Queenslander away. Great defensive stick off of a brilliant back check there from Kovalchuk for the Blues. Robbing Queensland of another great breakaway opportunity. Big hit on the near boards.
Yeah, New South Wales has definitely come out a lot stronger this morning, Ben.
Whistle there, and we've got a stoppage of play at the blue line. I'm not sure whether I think we had an offside there from Queensland. No, we've had a mistaken whistle. Bit of a miscommunication on the ice. I think one of the crowd got a bit animated and gave a whistle, and everybody seems to have thought there was a stoppage there, including us.
Oh, we
I
did.
thought it was a stoppage.
We were confused why there was a whistle.
I was trying to figure out why there was an offside call being sent back into the zone, but it's because there wasn't one. Queensland with another strong attacking zone face-off. Unable to keep the puck. Lead pass there. Quinn's got a bit of a space here. Chasing after that loose puck. He'll take the hit in the corner and then retrieve the puck anyway. Queensland, good double coverage in their own zone. Overlapping on the puck are the Maroons. But the Blues retrieve it and come back to their own zone. Kovalchuk has it skip over his stick there. Haley around some pressure for Queensland. Centering pass picked off by the Blues. Bit of space here for Kristikov. He's got some room to move. He'll gain the blue line.
Oh,
hand it off,
nice.
but he gets his pocket picked on the blue line, and Queensland are back on the counter-attack. Shot towards net, but not on it there. Puck squeaks out to this near side. Blues try to clear it out over the blue line, unable to do so. Good play there by Baldwin, keeping it in for the Maroons. And Molly picks up a loose puck. Gains the zone. Button hooks, buys some time and sends it to Hodges behind the Blues net. Picked off in the corner there. Blues clear the zone. Out to halfway. Onto the Maroons attacking blue line, but Blues retrieve it in their own zone. Quinn with a good lead pass there. Ben McGrath not able to keep that one under control, and Queensland regather in their own zone. Really good attacking pressure from the Blues here. Night and day difference from yesterday. Really good adaptation from their game plan yesterday. Queensland still playing their strong possession and structural game here, but New South Wales have obviously learnt their lesson from yesterday and have responded accordingly. Another great breakout pass there from the Blues captain Quinn, and Ballard's in over the line. He'll step to centre ice and release a shot.
And a good save there by Dallas. New South Wales are the only ones getting shots on net this morning so far, Ben. Queensland yet to get one on the board.
Yeah, none registered on the in-house shot clock as we see that last opportunity there in on Queensland. A nice textbook save by young Dallas there. But no, Queensland getting good opportunities in the attacking zone, but they're not turning into shots on net just yet. Another great blue line play there by Quinn. Queensland send it back deep into the attacking zone. To the right of screen here. Good battle on the end boards there. Blues not quite able to clear that one out. Great pressure forecheck here from Queensland. They've done that well yesterday. That carries over to today. And we see Matt Campbell working his way through some burgundy pressure here on the near boards. Puck bounces back and forth and then finally makes its way into the Queensland zone. Breakout pass there from the Maroons. In on the attack again. Centering pass. It's off some skates. Picked off on the blue line there by Olkin. Who elects to throw it into the zone and chase down the opportunity in around the Queensland net. Wetters-Wheeler with it for the Blues. Cross ice. Back over. Through to this side. Kovalchuk tries to get it out up the boards, but again, that ever-present pressure on the blue line from the Queensland defence keeps it deep in the blue zone. Siwak with some speed through the neutral zone. Can't quite dangle his way through a fourth Queensland defender. The Maroons back with possession. Into the attacking zone. It squeaks out over the line. The visiting side will be forced to retreat before coming back on the counter-attack. Dodging out of the way of an ambitious check there in the corner was Aidan Downey, to the delight of the home side bench to our right here. Lead pass, just a little bit ahead of Kovalchuk. He'll chase it down and retrieve it on the end wall. He gets outnumbered deep in the zone. He continues to harass for the puck, but Queensland strong possession as ever.
And we have a puck over the board.
Trying to break that one out, but we'll get an attacking zone face-off for the home side here.
Yeah, New South Wales is having more time in their offensive end this morning.
It's a night and day difference from yesterday.
Absolutely.
The afternoon game might have just tired the boys out a little bit. They're fresh and ready to go this morning, apparently.
Feeling like a bit of tennis here, left to right. It's
going back and forth. It's really great to see. They'll be worn out any minute now. Montgomery cleaning that one up for his defence there before handing off. The Blues trying to move that one out of the zone. Unable to do so. That heavy Queensland forecheck. Lead pass here has Sam Siwak with some space. A 2-on-1, he's not able to control that one. Defensive stick there from Queensland breaks up that opportunity. They retrieve it behind their own net. They move it out. Not able to keep that one at the blue line. So we see puck come back the other way. Downey with a good defensive stick there. He'll move the puck off the end wall. Around to the far side for Chistikov. Maroons send that one back into the blue zone. Yeah, Queensland forechecker there, rightfully unhappy about the icing call, but back down the other end we will go, apparently.
Yeah, not happy there.
No,
yeah, it was a clear
we never
icing.
are. We never are.
Sorry, Queensland. Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah,
refs win this one.
It was a right call. It was a right call. Don't have to be happy about it. As we mentioned before, you've got to try, right?
Yes.
You've got to let the refs know when he gets it right and when he gets it wrong, even when he got it right. Queensland with a strong win in their own zone there. They move it out like clockwork as their possession game has been through all of yesterday's game in the first half of the first period here this morning. The structure, very impressive to see, especially for an under-20 side here. A bit of defense there from the Blues, chips that puck out to the centre zone. Ballard in on the forecheck there for the Blues. Big hit on the near side for Bursick. Separates player from puck. Good shot down centre lane there from Campbell, but not really a lot of trouble there for the Queensland netminder.
Having a little moment in front of the net there.
That's
as hockey players' classic move of protecting their goalie.
Trying to get in there and clean up any mess, and then more than anything, it looked like he overbalanced. But here's that opportunity for New South Wales. A good shot down centre ice there for Campbell. Good positional shot there, but not much trouble for the Queensland goalie. Another opportunity in front there for New South Wales. They're working hard for it today. It's a fantastic change from yesterday. They've decided to be a little bit more assertive around the net, which is good to see. But Queensland defence, physicality coming out. Real control. Good tip in front, and a goal out of nowhere for the Blues. Just like that, the Blues have struck first this morning.
Beautiful goal from the blue line there.
Amazing shot.
Went straight
from the captain on the blue line. As we see the play develop here, Queensland trying to break things out from their own zone, and then the captain with a shot. A no-look shot from the blue line, and then it's tipped in front. 43 with, look at that. He saw it coming in, and you see him dish his stick in front. That's Stepan Olkin with a beautiful tip on net there. He'll be very pleased with that one.
New South Wales on the board.
8.5 minutes remaining in this first period, and that's energised the home side. Another speculator from the blue line there from the Blues captain. He steps up on that one, but it gets through. Queensland nearly had an attempt to turn things back the other way. Blues with a nice little chip pass to get back in on the attack. Schumack battling for it in that far corner in front of the canteen. The breakout pass doesn't quite get its mark. The Blues hustling back to regain possession on the near boards here. Queensland defense marshalling things, shoving it back into the Blues zone. Quinn with it behind his own net. Step out to the near side. Trying to get around the forecheck there, and a defensive stick from the forechecker dislodges the puck from him there. Puck battle in the corner in front of the Zamboni. Kovalchuk trying to skate away from pressure. Queensland, very active sticks.
Yeah, we have a penalty. Will be a hooking.
Right you are. We've got a hooking call on New South Wales here. That's Sam Sywick.
Sammy in the box for New South Wales. This is Queensland's opportunity to get one back, tie up the game.
Yep, their power play yesterday structurally looked very good, but the New South Wales PK, one of their more effective aspects yesterday afternoon for all of...
I think they held out the 5-on-3 beautifully yesterday.
Yes, they did. They did extremely well under that sort of pressure.
Is very strong for New South Wales.
It's a tough thing to do. 5-on-3 is always grueling, and the Queensland attack all day yesterday was like clockwork, and that was no different on their power play. And one of the things I imagine the coaching staff for Queensland will have had circled would be to finally get that power play marker.
Yeah, absolutely.
They certainly had the opportunities.
Queensland are going for long runs, but definitely good sticks from New South Wales.
Yeah, structurally they're quite good. It looks like they're deploying a 1-1-2 here, folding into more of a box formation as Queensland finally gain the line. Quinn in the far corner for New South Wales, harassing the puck carrier, trying to separate him there, trying to play a little bit of body, but not really getting position on him there. A shot through traffic, rebounded, another brilliant save from Montgomery there. A second chance opportunity off the outside of the netting there, and New South Wales clear it out of the zone. A huge first test for Montgomery there, and he answers capably. We'll be looking at the replay of that one the next stoppage we get. My goodness. The Queensland player on this near side there will be shaking his head for a long time. Brilliantly set up play there by Queensland as they re-enter the zone here. Centering pass, not able to get Goodwood on that one. It was Baxter. New South Wales send it the length of the ice and they'll get a well-deserved change in. Quinn coming off. We've got Kristikov and Kulinic out there for New South Wales. They'll double back. Queensland buying themselves some time and space to set up their break-in. Drop pass there, picked off by a trailing New South Wales forward.
Nice
He'll send it down the length of the ice.
Little penalty kill there with 15 seconds left on Queensland's power play.
Yeah. They've had a couple of good opportunities with the man advantage here, but nothing matriculating just yet. Good stick battle at the blue line there. New South Wales holding the line there. Good hit on the blue line there. Lucky to get away with that one, I think. A more stringent referee may have given that one a tripping, but play on we do. And out of the zone that comes. We're back to 5-on-5 now as New South Wales successfully kill off another penalty and add to their tally. Puck loose in the near side corner. Queensland try to move it to the point, but their defence were taking a change. Baldwin will scamper back to his own zone and try and lead that into the attack for Queensland. Big hit inside the zone there, separating the player and the puck there was New South Wales. Kovalchuk dancing around a back checker there, not able to retain that one, but the Blues retain possession on their own blue line. New South Wales moving the puck between themselves infinitely better than yesterday afternoon, Julie.
Yeah, they're more physical this morning. They're definitely want this win. Yeah, they come out strong.
A lot of pride on the line playing at home here. Kristikov with a good shot out wide. Queensland defence doing a good job of shutting down that opportunity, but
we're sitting here with 3.5 minutes remaining, and we're going to look at the replay of that great save.
Opportunity on the Queensland power play. Lovely structure there. Montgomery makes an excellent initial save, and the rebound, I think he'd like to have controlled that rebound a little bit better as it goes straight to the stick of the Queensland forward there, but brilliant reaction kick save there from Montgomery. His coaches will be very pleased with that. A high shot on Montgomery there as he swallows that one up, and a customary pushing and shoving afterwards.
Cooper Kimmett causing some trouble out there.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. Ballard got in the grill of the goaltender down the other end, so obviously we've got to return the favour.
And Queensland down in their offensive end now, trying to even that score up before we go into the second period.
Yeah, the shots on goal have evened out here. Queensland up to 3 official shots on net to New South Wales' 4. Seems like a lot more, as with yesterday. Queensland with a lot more possession and opportunities, but getting their shots towards net rather than on them so far here. That will even up the shots on net, as Montgomery's forced to make what counts as a save.
Absolutely. We're on 4 shots. Wish the scoreboard was nice and even to even that one out, 1-1.
yeah, but that's often the way, isn't it? That's how we know it's a nice and competitive game, whereas yesterday it took a long time for the gates to open on the actual scoreboard, but the shot clock heavily favoured Queensland for much of the game. Baxter doing enormous work before Queensland finally able to break through.
Was definitely it took a while. It took a while for those
long old while, but good to see. Similar is happening today. Both goaltenders giving us plenty to talk about. Lovely performances here. New South Wales perhaps would have liked a pass there, but Campbell with a shot. Aiming for the near side post, but put just a little bit wide. Excellent keeping on the blue line there by the Blues captain, Quinn. He'll buy himself some time and put it back deep into the zone for his line mates to retrieve it in this near side corner. A puck battle on the wall there. Queensland just bullying their way in. New South Wales seem a little more inclined to do a bit of stick work, but Queensland come away with that one. They're out of the zone. Through the neutral in onto the attack, but a little bit too early.
Offside
for that one. As linesman Ben Armstrong gives the call there.
We may get a quick puck drop here. We've got 45 seconds left in the first.
Linesman will be hurrying both sides up to come in and take their draw. We'll have a hair over 30 seconds remaining. Good win by New South Wales there. Let's chip it ahead. Bullies his way through traffic. A shot on net. Block it up into the surrounding netting.
Great save. Another one from Dallas Boko.
Boko looking like a brick wall back there for Queensland. It took a particularly fancy tip in front to beat him so far, but everything else has been textbook saves so far for the Queensland netminder here early. In behind the Blues net, New South Wales trying to get that one back. Queensland trying to get one last late push here as we run out of time. And close the book on a first period here.
Oh, New South Wales will be very happy. They're going into the second in the lead. It was a bit of reverse timing now. Queensland was in front for the second yesterday.
Yeah, Blues will be very happy with that first period, establishing their game plan early on. We only get a short break between the first and second periods here, so we'll keep on talking right the way through until we end up resuming action in a few minutes. Plenty of hooting and hollering out of the New South Wales bench as the period drew to a close there. They're very happy with their adaptations they made from yesterday, playing a lot more physical, a lot more structured, connecting on their passes, asserting themselves on the game.
They are definitely looking a lot stronger.
As compared to yesterday. Queensland, however, more of the same from yesterday, which is exactly what was on order. They played an incredibly structured game yesterday, and we've seen it through the first period here today. Their breakouts like clockwork, just no frills, nothing fancy,
stick to stick. It's
no
nice.
Gilding, no nothing fancy. It's just clockwork. Everything working as the coach drew it up, and I think the coaching staff for Queensland, even as they are behind,
Josh Labrie and Ivan Rapture behind the
doing a
bench there.
fantastic job. I managed to have a quick word with them yesterday afternoon, conveying how impressed I was with not only how structured their team was through 3 periods yesterday, but maintaining their discipline even with a lead, especially at this sort of an age level. When you're out in front by a couple, you're feeling confident, you're playing a nice physical game, and it's working for you. You know,
we all know teenage boys there, Ben.
As 18, 19 and 20-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, I have 3. 3 boys here.
It can very quickly get away from you, can't it? But no, Queensland, to their absolute credit, they kept their discipline. They played their game. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving, but you're going to get that. You know, but they kept their heads. There was no liberties taken, no silly penalties, no showboat, no hot dogging. It was just, we've got
hot
a job to do.
Oh, I like that, Ben.
That's
hot
what we've got to do. But no, they played the game plan, and I give full credit to the Queensland coaches for keeping these boys focused up on what was going on. So New South Wales will have an even harder time maintaining the impressive game they've come out with today.
They will want one.
They'll be hungry and they'll be confident. Good draw there by the Blues. They get possession. Bit of passing back and forth there. Forecheck pressure here by Queensland. Well, Blues lose an edge in the corner there, and the Queensland forechecker there putting them under pressure. Loose puck in the neutral zone picked up by Queensland. A bit of stick pressure there by number 22 Aiden Downey for the Blues. Stymieing that Queensland breakout a little bit, but to the red line and then throw it in deep. Appears to be the Queensland attack strategy. And get in and bully the Blues defence around a little bit in their own zone. Queensland trying to throw it in deep again there. Blues cut that one off. Bounces back and forth. Kovalchuk steps inside a defender there. Blues still trying to play a little bit fancy with the puck here, I think. And it's not working out for them, but to their credit, they're using their feet as well to chase it down. Blues regain it inside the attacking zone. Queensland defence picking it up in the corner and skying it out to the neutral zone. Over to Quinn. He'll step over the red and throw it in on net. Dallas with his glove up there, puts it aside. Puck loose in the zone. Kovalchuk with a backhander through traffic, just wide of the net. Queensland regain possession and carry it out of the zone this time. Through the neutral to the attacking Blues, stopping up. Good defence there from the Blues. They regain possession. Lead pass. Hughes with it. Will make a move. Trying to get a shot through traffic, but it's off some legs. And a little fancy stick handling there from number 43, Stephen Olkin. Gets an opportunity in front. Quinn with it at the point. Winds and fires. It's off a stick to the far side.
Yes.
Puck handle behind the net, and the Blues are up by 2.
Beautifully picked up. Whoa.
Great play off the end wall there by Colby Schumack. The Blues opening up their lead. A great shot here from the point there by Quinn off the end wall, and Colby Schumack showing all the skill and ability that is inherited from his old man Paul.
Oh, look at
Beautiful
that grab.
mitts.
Oh, that pickup was
Not
beautiful.
only to hold his position there, to maintain his stance outside the blue paint under pressure, and then dangle that back from backhand to forehand and pot that one home. A brilliant play from the young Blues player. Queensland with a face-off win. They're back in on the attack nice and quick. Looking to get themselves on the board here. As New South Wales leap out to a quick 2-0 lead. Just under a minute into this second period. Queensland with possession. They got a shot through traffic there. Turned aside again by Montgomery. Regained in this near side corner. Queensland with a pass. Shot turned aside there by Montgomery into the corner. More of a puck battle in the corner there. 2 Blues defenders in deep. 2 Maroons forecheckers in, battling away for it. Comes out in front. Carried out of trouble there by Schumack, the goal scorer. He'll gain the red line and put it in deep. Blues will come over for a quick forward line change. Bursick and Ballard out onto the ice. They scurry into action. Ballard nearly picking that one up on the blue line, but it hopped over his stick. And Queensland will put it in deep and make a similar change at forward for themselves. Bursick with it on the far side, not able to gain much room up the boards. So back to the defense it comes. They'll regroup and try to come up the near side, but Baldwin for the Maroons picks that one off and sends it ahead to his own forward line. Into the zone for Queensland. 50-50 puck there, good play off the far wall there by Wetters-Wheeler. And the Blues cycle, try to get out of the zone. Good defensive read there by Ouimet. First time I'm getting a chance to mention him so far in the game. Bit different from yesterday. Oh, just a heartbreaking puck bounce there from Queensland. They were away and in with a chance there, but just the ice and the puck betrayed number 64 there, Jamie Brown. He heads off the ice for a change. Queensland with a chance to get an odd man rush here. Good defensive play there by Kristakov. Montgomery, 2 quick saves in quick succession there. And Kristakov picks it up and he'll make his way down the ice.
Gee, covered his house beautifully down there. There was a few
did
shots
a great
on there.
job. The Blues scrambling back to protect the house there. Montgomery doing a great job standing tall. Got some help out of his forwards as he needed. There, a great little change from yesterday. Queensland with an attempted shot out wide there. Defense for the Blues really closing things down in a much more assertive fashion this morning, rather. Loose puck in front, cleared out of the zone by Chistikov. Ouimet for Queensland, picks it up, puts it ahead. Gains the zone for Queensland, but we've got
a penalty.
We've got a call there on something.
An interference call. Hey.
Another interference call on New South Wales there. Number, that's 59 there.
Got Jackson Sanek and Sammy Cyber.
Having a bit of push and shoving.
Having the hockey chats, as we like to call them.
Philosophical debate.
That's it, yeah.
An exchange of high-minded ideas, I'm certain. No 4-letter words whatsoever.
I'm sure they were just asking,
yes.
how they sleep last night, to have a good brekkie.
Professionals, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Intellectual young men here, exchanging ideas.
And we've got Downey in the box.
Declan Downey escorted to the penalty box after a little bit of debate of who was getting the penalty.
So another power play here for Queensland, Ben, and in their offensive end. So
yep,
a
Queensland,
great opportunity.
Not to lean too much on cliche, but they'll be hungry to take this opportunity to start to claw back some of that gap on the scoreboard. The New South Wales penalty kill, well practiced so far here through 4 periods.
Puck over the boards. We've got
Queensland players barking at one another to reset, make the most of the run time here. late change. New South Wales taking home ice advantage, stretching it a little bit, I think, but the referee's entertaining it so far. I imagine that patience won't extend very much further. Good defensive stick there by New South Wales. Great opportunity here. Maybe a bit of a breakaway for Kovalchuk, but it bounces off his stick there, and the Queensland defense able to get back and break that opportunity up. Quinn trying to punch that one ahead, but picked up by Queensland. He'll step over the line. Bit of an opportunity out wide. Centering shot there, turned aside by Montgomery without much further action. Sent down the ice by New South Wales. Sensible bit of play there on their penalty kill as we cross the halfway mark of that. Man advantage for the visiting side. Middleton, his pocket picked before he can gain the zone. New South Wales employing a bit of a power kill here, trying to keep the puck in the attacking zone as much as possible for themselves.
Oh, another puck over the board.
Away from their own zone. A bit of traffic in front of the Queensland bench there may have complicated things.
Queensland's copping a few over the bench this morning.
The coach is having to work on their agility.
Yeah.
This puck will go back into the attacking zone for Queensland to our left of screen here.
We'll have Cooper Kimmett for Queensland on face-off.
He'll do a good job keeping that one locked down just in front of him. Queensland with an opportunity there. Good cross-ice pass, Montgomery over to make that block. The young Blues netminder looking good there, nearly able to get back into the play there. Is the returning number 59 for the Blues, who outnumber Queensland on the far side there. Olkin trying to navigate his way through two Queensland defenders there, trying to close him out. Good job there by Campbell to get body position. Keep the puck in the attacking zone. Chasing that one is Olkin. He'll back out away from a hit and try and keep possession along that end wall. It's Queensland double back. And it's Ouimet with possession, trying to carry it out of the zone. He'll gain the attacking blue line, put it off the glass into this near side corner. The reinforcements will try and regain it, but New South Wales able to pick it up off the end wall. Cam Hughes skating it out under pressure. He'll double back. Continuing to be patient on the puck is the New South Wales number 20. He looks around for a referee to call a fairly blatant tripping on him there. He'll go over and have a word with the offender. Some cooler heads for the Queensland side. Number 64
going
there.
To the box.
Jamie Brown will step in and keep his younger compatriot from taking a supplemental penalty. Good bit of leadership from the tall Queenslander.
Interference call from Jackson Stanek, who's made his way to his new home for the next 2 minutes.
Blues will get their first chance on the power play here. Looks like we've got Schumack and Hughes with Sam Siwick lining up as forwards for this power play, and we've got Quinn and Aidan Downey on the blue line for the Blues on their first man advantage opportunity in this game. Hughes, little pass out from behind the net, finds his man down with a shot on net there, tipped high over the net off the end glass, but it's still in action. Siwick picks it up, puts it off of a body in front. Queensland doing a good job building the wall in front of their goaltender. And no shots through there on net on that opportunity. Montgomery plates that one up for his defender and captain Quinn. He'll set it up patiently, awaiting support. The Blues use a little bit of speed coming out of their own zone. Schumack will set it up for Quinn. It bounces on him a little bit. Quick shot towards the net there, looking for a repeat of their first goal, but not able to tip that one on net. Here's Sam Siwick. Blues with possession. Out to Quinn again. It bobbles over his stick at the blue line. A shot through traffic off the outside of the post. Into the corner. Siwick plates it up to Hughes. Up high to Quinn. Across the ice. Bit of a lane in front there. Traffic in front. Queensland scrambling to keep that one under control and out of harm's way. Hughes goes across ice, but Queensland able to pick that one up and send it the length of the ice, and they'll scurry off for a quick change. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Blues. They've had a couple of good opportunities here. They'll draw some confidence from this, whether they manage to convert in the next few seconds or not. Schumack, Downey trying to bully his way through, but Queensland able to pick up that puck. They're away, and brilliant opportunity, but Montgomery stands tall on the cross-crease opportunity there. I'm not sure which Queensland player that was, but they're battling away in the corner now after getting that breakaway chance.
You got Lockie Fixter and Bryce Hodges, was it? No?
Cleared out of the zone
Jace
there by
Haley.
Chistikov. A great little play there from the Queensland penalty killer. We're back to 5-on-5 now. Lost in the excitement of that last little exchange. Montgomery with a routine kick save on that shot from distance. Campbell trying to move it out of the zone. He's met at the blue line by a couple of Queensland defenders. We met. Nice little finesse play through a couple of defenders. Montgomery forced to make a save on the far post there. It's out in front again. Cross ice it goes. Montgomery's across to find that one. Good stick there from Downey. Another reaction save from Montgomery, who's been on the ball here through 2 periods.
Oh, great defence from New South Wales here.
They're scrambling quite well, but their structure's reinforcing that scramble, which is great to see. Shot off the post. Number 22, Lucas Baldwin for Queensland, getting their best opportunity so far here. Ringing the iron before the puck's cleared out of the zone. And Queensland regather on their own blue line. Partridge, cross ice he goes. Queensland, zone pass, good shot on net there. Montgomery turns it aside, it's back out in front. Picked up in front there by Kulinich. And he'll send it out of the zone, trying to find Ballard, who gets a touch on it, but into the zone it goes, and Queensland are forced to back up to their own goal line. Quick breakout, Hodges with a nice cross ice pass. Really stretching out the zone here, nearly tipped in front there. Beautiful bit of play from the Maroons. Not quite able to capitalise on that one. They continue to stack up their chances. Montgomery standing tall so far here. Puck bouncing around inside the zone there. Montgomery blockers that one to the near side. Good opportunity there for Hodges. Ballard with it into the zone. He'll carry it in. Maintains possession, keeps the zone, and then gets run over by Brown. Good play there. Ballard, one of the younger members of the New South Wales side, acquitting himself well here under pressure. Not shying away from any of that contact, as would be understandable from one of the younger players, but
A little sandwich there for the captain at the back end there.
he's taking the physical punishment that one has to expect playing defence against a team like Queensland. Full credit to him, he stood up to that one and managed to clear the puck out of the zone anyway. Hughes with a nice little play to buy himself some space rather. He'll step around the defence and get a shot away. Tipped aside there by the Queensland defender and trying to get out of the zone. Thinking he had a little bit more glass to use there than he did. And we put that one over the boards, forcing the New South Wales coaching staff to work on their agility this time.
Well, Natalie had to move out, the New South Wales manager there.
She was quick on her feet there. It was impressive. Impressive.
Fast reaction, love it.
Yeah, we see where our boys get their mobility from, obviously inherited from their mother, showing off her athletic chops on the sidelines here.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Queensland with a brilliant opportunity here, potential odd man rush, and Montgomery just casually blockering that one aside and looking unbothered all the while. New South Wales, Schumack with a head of steam in over the zone. A brilliant play to get around the first defender, but Queensland, again, brilliant puck support. No player is ever alone by the look of it. Campbell with a great move inside, puts a shot off of his own player in front. Olkin will be smarting from that one for a little while, I suspect. Cross ice pass, not able to get enough of a handle on that one was Fixter. Puts that one just a little bit wider than net. He'll be shaking his head when he comes back to the bench the next shift. But Queensland continuing to push, continuing to get good opportunities. Forcing Montgomery to
Good drop.
really live up to his potential in net for the Blues here. Local boy, the Newcastle fans will be glad to see him playing in such fine form. Good little play there to keep out of trouble there for Kovalchuk. We met, nice stretch pass, a little bit ahead of its intended target, but never out of the play, the Queensland skaters. One thing I think that they can be happy with their game here so far. The Blues continue to push the advantage here. Chistikov has it bounce over his stick. He'll turn and fire it out of the zone, looking for one of his forwards, but it bounces over a third player's stick there, and Queensland put it back into their attacking zone. Near side corner, back and forth it goes. A little bit of a battle in the corner there. Queensland coming away with it. New South Wales try to force it out, but Hodges, man on the spot again. He's been consistently guarding that blue line for this Queensland attack, and they get another opportunity there. Montgomery adding to his save count so far. Out in front there, tried to clear it out was Chistikov, handed forward to Kovalchuk, will put it off the end boards. And the Queensland defence will reset. Nice little finesse play there by Kovalchuk, but Hodges yet again, Johnny on the spot. He's been all over the ice this game so far, has Hodges. Wearing that A on his jersey, clearly showing his leadership in his play. We'll of course be looking to add to the score sheet, but it goes deserving of a bit of credit for his overall play there. Puck still in the New South Wales zone, Queensland pushing hard. Chistikov makes a breakout pass. Kovalchuk's got a bit of room here, but number 19 for the Maroons with some impressive speed to get back and stymie that chance.
Jackson Stanek, he is sure he's quick.
He has got some speed. That was surprising. Rob Kovalchuk's not a slow kid by any measure, but he was very much in the sights of the young Queenslander there. Shot from in tight by Ouimet. Montgomery giving him an awful lot of not much to shoot at there. Queensland with another opportunity. New South Wales being a little bit more insistent on playing sticks in their own zone here, which is a good development for them. No easy opportunities for the Maroons. As New South Wales defence play a bit of pitch and catch along the end wall there. Under pressure there, trying to move it out is New South Wales, and too much pressure in front, and Queensland finally break through.
They're in with 2.5 minutes left in the second.
A little bit too cute in their own zone there, the Blues.
It was
Queensland
leading up.
Makes them pay. The pressure was building and building and building, and finally they get their due.
And they're ahead on shots now. Queensland really raised the game in the last few minutes of that second.
Yeah, we've had an explosion of shots each way here. And the home side up to 13, but Queensland with the edge.
Yeah, Montgomery's
4 shots
on
ahead.
fire, really. He's
playing really well, but just
that back end,
an effective 3-on-0 in front of the net there. It was just a numbers game. New South Wales a little bit too much time in their own zone, a little bit too certain that they'd get out. Not making sure. So hopefully they wake up a little bit more focus in their own zone. Quinn with a nice lead pass out of the zone, McGrath with it. Looking for an option, he'll throw it off the end wall. Force Queensland to regroup in their own zone. Ballard with it, steps in to take the hit. He'll step around a second defender. He'll battle it along the boards there, doing the big boy work, taking the hits, trying to set it up. Quinn with an opportunistic shot on net there, a little bit wide, but a chance nonetheless. Ballard with a lead pass. Great little play there. Backhander shot, wide of the net there from Bursick. Ballard again in the mix on that far side. The young man making a nuisance of himself on the Queensland defence. Quinn capably picking that one up in his own zone, buying himself some time and space up the far wall. Lofts that one in towards the net, puts it into a dangerous spot there. Looking for support. Under a minute to play in this second period. Queensland will put that off the corner and try and break out. A little bit of pressure there. Picking it up over the blue line. Keeping possession there is DeGraff. Trying to fight for some open space, not finding it. Into the corner there. Queensland will move it out. Around to the point. Cross ice they go. Not able to control that one on the far side of the ice. I'll throw it in on net. Montgomery will make another save, and we'll get a whistle with probably about 6 or 7 seconds to go.
Yeah, we may end up heading into the second period with New South Wales in front this time
Yeah.
around for game 2.
Seconds remaining on the clock. We'll get a face-off. It'll bounce around. Queensland with one last chance. Blocked high in the zone. 2 seconds left.
And there we have
risking
it.
the late shot there, Queensland, sensibly. Number 44, Partridge. I'll give him some credit for not rifling that one after the whistle.
Yeah.
We mentioned
It's tempting. It's
we
tempting.
mentioned their discipline in the lead-up.
Yeah.
And that's on display there again. I think it's worth calling out. Something that we should be giving the younger players credit for when they display that at junior levels, because that will serve them when they go through and play in
100%.
Australian jerseys, right?
It is.
That's
It
what
is
we-
hard
that's
at
the
this
kind of
age
thing.
for
Yes.
them to control just
Right.
emotions
we
and just.
we love to see them playing with passion and hunger and energy and urgency, but
Yep.
it's a fine line to walk. We've got to keep that discipline.
Correct.
And I think it's worthy of calling that out every time that we see it, because we want to positively reinforce the behaviours we want to see, because guys that do that end up wearing Australia jerseys.
Correct.
And when we see guys wearing Australia jerseys, we want to see that stuff.
Absolutely.
We want to see
It's
them
in the
play with
reaction,
passion, but we
really,
need
you
to
know.
see that discipline and that pride of being able to say, I'm going to play with passion, but once the whistle goes, I'm going to conduct myself in a way that makes the people at home happy to see me wearing this jersey.
Yeah, which we've had from
You know?
both teams so
Absolutely.
far. From,
Absolutely. Both teams are playing
hats
with
off to
hunger and
them.
passion. Yeah.
Under
We're not-
20s, very proud. There we
we're
have
not
it.
seeing we're not seeing some of the stuff that you might expect to see out of teenagers. Silly penalties, guys throwing their sticks around, mouthing off. None of that. It's fantastic.
Let's hope that
to see.
continues. We've got four more games
we've
in
got
this
4
series.
More games.
So
We've got one more period to play here
let's hope
today.
we haven't jinxed it there, Ben.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We've been talking for far too long, so we'll give you everyone at home a chance to grab a drink, hit the bathroom, and then we'll welcome everybody back for the third period of action here in about 15 minutes or so.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. We're getting ready for the third period of Game 2 of Ice Hockey Australia's under 20 and under State of Origin. New South Wales, Queensland. Home side, New South Wales are ahead 2-1 heading into this third period. Queensland playing very much the same brand of hockey as yesterday, which is serving them well. A lot of pressure, a lot of structure.
This is good hockey well today, Ben. New South Wales has really joined Queensland's structured hockey, and which is why we've got a close score and reasonably close shots. Queensland are ahead. They've had 18 shots on net and New South Wales 13.
Yeah. I think if we were to puzzle out the chances and scoring opportunities and things, I think Queensland would have a slight edge there. They've certainly got the edge on man advantage opportunities. New South Wales only having the one power play so far through 2 periods here. But nothing guaranteed heading into the third period here. As we say, Queensland playing clockwork hockey out of their own zone. New South Wales playing a perhaps a more skill-focused game, whereas Queensland are relying on their structure. It's serving them very well.
It's nice to have could be anyone's game
New South
this
Wales
one.
Leaning on a little bit more physicality this morning, and it's serving them well today. So everything to play for in this third period.
New South Wales will be hungry to get a home game win.
Yeah, even up the score on the series board. Both the goaltenders from the first 2 periods rejoining or retaking the ice. That's Dallas Bokov for the visiting side, and Matt Montgomery will head back to his net. Montgomery in particular has looked excellent in net. Queensland testing him in pretty much every possible fashion so far, and bar one instance where he was outnumbered pretty much in his own paint, Montgomery has stood up to the test so far this morning. We're back underway. New South Wales with possession off the draw here. Good lead pass to the blue line, gain the zone. But offside by not an awful lot. We get a stoppage mere seconds into this third period. New South Wales not able to cleanly break into the zone there.
And we'll have Jack Molly doing the face-off again for Queensland.
Yeah. Oh, bit of a false start there. Hodges for Queensland taking a bit of a flyby there before resetting. Queensland winning the draw. And resetting, lead pass, takes a bounce off of Hodges' stick, and he'll pull out of a little bit of a late hit there, giving Quinn a pat on the back for sending the puck in deep. We've got Molly into the zone for Queensland. Centering pass, good defensive stick there by New South Wales. Breaking up that opportunity. Bit of a hit on the far blue line there, keeps the puck active. Into the zone for New South Wales. Quinn, the captain, will step around some forechecking pressure. He'll navigate around. He'll get his pocket picked by Molly, but over to the far side for Olkin to put it off the end wall. Send the Queensland defence back into regroup before New South Wales get a forward line change. Kovalchuk and Siwak on the forecheck there, but Queensland with the quick return opportunity there. Montgomery wasn't able to control that one. It bounces around and cleared out of harm's way by the New South Wales defence. Blues defenders looking to get a change in there, but forecheck pressure from Queensland keeping them stuck in their own zone for a little bit here. Breakout pass doesn't find its mark. Quinn back into the zone. Trying to gain possession there and force that one out of the zone is Kovalchuk. He'll chase it down this near side boards. Finally allowing the Blues defence to get a change in. Fortunate bounce for the Blues there. A shot from distance. Block it into the glass there by Bokal. Haley into the zone for the Maroons. He'll cycle around behind the net. He'll take a shove and then pick the puck back up in the far corner. Centering pass. Brown will go along his own blue line and sent into the zone by Fixter. Off the end wall. Recollected, centering pass there. By de Graft. And Fixter will send it back in again. A lot of back and forth here. Queensland at the seeming sway of things here as New South Wales try to make a breakout pass that's just awry of the intended mark. Queensland will calm it down behind their own net. Under pressure there, 3 Blues in deep. Good to see. Defensive stick there, but through some traffic. Cross ice pass. Centering shot. Turned aside by Montgomery, who will make a follow-up stave. On the rebound opportunity there, we've got a loose stick in front of the net there from a Blues defender. Behind the net, loose. Queensland are first to it. They get 2 guys in deep. Hodges will move it out to the near side corner. Up to Ouimet on the point. We'll finesse it off the boards. Back into the zone. Chistikov will carry it out. He'll hit full stride and then put it deep into the Queensland zone. Ballard in on the attack. Keeping it in at the blue line there momentarily before Queensland managed to push it out and battle their way through some traffic. On the blue line, New South Wales send it the length of the ice. It won't make it for icing, I don't suspect. Doubling back in his own zone. Baldwin will go to the far side. Bond will move it up ice. That's Wettersweiler not able to keep possession in the near corner. Queensland cycling nicely in the attacking zone. Centering pass doesn't find its mark. And we've got Cam Hughes in a foot race to the other end. Queensland defence will box out there. Hughes will gain possession. Some help arrives in the form of Colby Schumack. To the point there, Quinn can't get it through traffic in front. Schumack battles for it in the corner. He'll double back, trying to escape pressure there, but Quinn picks it off the wall and send it back towards the net. Cleared out of the zone finally on this near side. Picked up by Campbell. He'll corral, he'll take a shot down Main Street through traffic. Not much trouble for the goaltender there. He'll put it back out and back to New South Wales on the halfway line. Campbell will take a rising shot. Will skip clean over the opposition net before making its way to the near side corner. Possession battle on the near wall. Queensland will win that battle and shovel that one the length of the ice. No icing on that call, waved off by the near side linesman. Quinn up out of the zone, trying to find support there. Schumack not able to pick that one up. Battling back and picking the pocket. The Queensland defence, he'll backhand a speculator on net before it's cleared back out of the zone. Loose and neutral ice. Quinn fighting for it, does a good job to get that one away from 2 forecheckers. But Queensland retreating back into their own zone. Ouimet under some pressure, he'll take a hit on the end wall and still maintain possession, looking for support out of his own zone. He'll carry it out. Good bit of defence there on this near boards by the Blues. Bit of a hit there. No arms in the air. I think Ouimet was looking for a call on that one, but Downey escaped supplemental discipline this time. Ouimet will stretch the ice.
And we finally have a whistle, Ben. That was a...
Yeah, I'll get the chance to take a breath finally.
We've had, how many in the box? We've not had many penalties so far.
It's been surprisingly
let's hope I didn't jinx the game. But
so far this game, certainly as compared to yesterday. I think Queensland have had 3 extra man opportunities against New South Wales as 1. I think both sides having figured out that taking penalties is not an optimal strategy. No icing called on that one. I don't think that was quite how that breakout was drawn up for the Blues. Quick shot
nice
on net there from Kovalchuk. Queensland opting to keep that one live as opposed to freezing that one out. Queensland try to use the end wall to get it out of their zone and manage to do so. On the far side, that's Kulinich. We'll move it through to the near side. Whoop. defending on that one was Downey. He'll adjust and send that one to the far blue line, but Queensland send it straight back in to Blues ice. Bit of room to move there for the Blues. Nice move around the defense, but Blues are trying to use movement and momentum to try and link up some of these passes, but Queensland are doing a good job of clogging up passing lanes and making it much more difficult for New South Wales to play the area game. And behind his own net, Kulinich under pressure. Move it to the far side. Not able to clear that one out of the zone. The Blues. That one will go up into the netting and we'll get a change for the home side.
Yeah, it's
Visitors
good
also making opportunity of that
hockey
one.
for sure.
Here's that last opportunity down in the Queensland zone. A shot from distance. No trouble at all for Burkow. Face-off one there by Queensland. They move it back to the blue line. We met with it. A little bit of pressure there from Hughes. Does a good job of boxing him out, not giving him much to do on that far side. To the near side. Queensland still with possession. Bit of an overlap there. The Blues. Nice move there by Schumack to get some space for himself. He's around the defence. He'll step inside and his shot just wide. Burkow, Johnny on the spot there with another great save for the Maroons. Hughes will dust that one off and make a lead pass to Schumack, who shrugs off a defender. He'll get around. Some pressure, centering pass there. Doesn't meet its mark, but Queensland defence shoved that one through to the far side. Hand off on the boards there. Well played up the ice by Queensland. Good pressure. Support there. Leads to a regain in possession for Queensland. Centering pass, it's off some skates. Cleared out of harm's way by Ben McGrath. Back into the zone go Queensland. Loose in behind the net. New South Wales will try to settle this down a little bit. Chistikov with it. Will go rink wide. Out of the zone. Thrown in deep. Burkow will plate that one up for his defence. Breakout pass doesn't find its mark, but Quinn is there for New South Wales to send it straight back in and force the defence to regroup. Lead pass doesn't find its mark. Campbell sends it forward. Regrouped by the defence. Big hit by Campbell on Haley on this near wall, to the delight of the home team bench. Campbell regains the puck, sends it ahead. It will meet more Queensland defenders. Brown doing what he's done through 2 games here fairly consistently, manning that blue line. Nice inside move by the Blues.
Whoa,
big hit.
Big hit.
That was...
Takes out
We're
New
going
South
to
Wales.
see some questions about where exactly that hit landed, but we've got number 77, Jesse Bursick, is still down, struggling to get to his feet in the attacking zone.
Might have been an awkward landing.
We'll get a
on
stoppage. We'll see an extended stoppage here. Referee Joey Terrero calling time on that one, so we'll get a stoppage as we get medical help out onto the ice.
That was a big hit.
It was a big hit. From here it looked to be in the numbers, whether it's specifically a hit from... that's...
I think it's an awkward fall. Does it look like a...
Oh, the contact is from behind.
Okay.
Contact is from behind from here. There was no call made on the play at the time, so we can debate about this all we like. And not much will happen. But medical staff are calling for the stretcher.
Unfortunately not looking good.
No, it looks like a bit of a gnarly one.
We're looking at the leg, I believe.
Yeah, he's holding his leg. He couldn't put weight on that right leg as he was standing. So, again, no help speculating. Stretcher's been called for, so we've got to wait for that one to come out.
Certainly something we don't like to see on...
No, of course not. We
on
want to see
ice
guys
hockey,
play hard and with passion, but unfortunately, this is one of the things that will happen in contact sports. We obviously hope to avoid that at every possible turn, but linesman Ben Armstrong bringing the stretcher out. Yeah, not much to talk about, unfortunately, at this point. Both teams are playing really strong hockey.
It is quite close. We've closed up the gap on the shots on net.
Yeah.
It's officially
17 to 19.
19 to 17, yeah, in Queensland's favour.
Yep. The visiting side will be happy with that. They're playing a strong game. I imagine the message from coaching staff for the visiting team will be to stick to the plan. It's what's worked for them so far.
So we'll have Ivan Rapchuk come on. Dr. Ivan.
Yep, he'll come out
Which
and
is
check
always
things
good
out.
to have a doctor on.
Absolutely,
on there.
absolutely. Invaluable.
Oh, yeah.
Invaluable.
On a team is very good.
The game here in Australia runs on volunteers. So having people like that at hand, well, we've elected to forego the stretcher as Jesse stands on his good leg, and we'll get applause from both teams here as one of the visiting players helps him off the ice. Good show of sportsmanship.
That's my boy. That's good. That's my Nate.
Atta boy. That's the thing. Like,
do you know what?
as contentious as games are going to be, we're going to see that here because, you know, they're in a different jersey today, but you know, as soon as either of those boys pull on a green and gold jersey, they'll be battling in the trenches for one another. Even as they battle against one another here, right?
They do have on either teams.
It's one of the great things about this sport in this country is it is highly competitive and contentious, but we are all ultimately on the same side insofar as we're all playing hockey in Australia. And if we get to pull on that jersey, guys know exactly what that means.
So we'll hope for the best for New South Wales. Now, which player is our injured player? That was
Jesse Bursick, I believe. No, it was not. That's Clayton Ballard. Zone, that ends up back in the Blues defensive zone. Schumack will move it around to Campbell, who will try and dodge out of the way of the referee there at the last moment. Hughes with it. He's under some pressure. He'll backhand it off the wall. Schumack has it. He'll find a seam, and Alkin steps in. He'll try and create some space for himself before looking for reinforcements in trailing Schumack. Alkin will tip it ahead to Hughes. He'll buy some space to the point to Quinn. He'll dust it off, send it through traffic, but it's a bouncer off of some skates. Good positional defense here by Queensland, clogging up lanes, not letting anything get through cheaply, which their coaching staff will have to be pleased with. Will gather it up, get it under control and reinitiate the Queensland breakout. Stretch pass, opportunity here. 96 is in. Montgomery with another huge save on a breakaway chance there for Lachlan Fixter. Bouncing around in this near side corner. Queensland trying to get it towards the net again, but New South Wales move it out. They'll find a seam. Ben McGrath will chase it into the attacking zone for New South Wales. Baldwin tries to keep that out of harm's way. Not able to keep that one in the zone are the Blues, but Siwak will pick that up for the Blues. Downey will move it ahead. Queensland defense all over it. Centering pass there. Managed to get a piece of that one with the New South Wales defense, so no action there. Shot from the point there. Brown didn't get a hold of that one. He'll be unhappy with himself. He's been an absolute menace on this blue line for Queensland, and he'll be looking to improve on that particular shot, but he was Johnny on the spot there. Montgomery will be pleased.
We had a wholesale change there for all new fresh legs on for this shift.
There's a sensible coaching decision there from the Blues, deep in their own zone. 6.5 minutes remaining in this third period. It will be run time until 5 minutes, at which point we will have stop time, as per yesterday. Queensland with possession. Aforementioned Brown, he'll line it up and get a good wrist shot through traffic, and we've got a whistle. And we've got a bit of extra action after the play here. Queensland player swinging his stick around. I think we were already seeing a stoppage there. So we'll have a look at the save here. There's Brown. He'll pick it up and he'll make sure he gets a hold of that one, and he does so. He manages to get it through traffic. Montgomery, his excellent position work there, will make the save as he's been leaned on there, and there we go. I think it was that shove on the goaltender there as I think the Queensland player just trying to get body position to get around the net, collected the goalie on that little flyby. So
usually the protection of the goalie causes a little bit of tension.
See that there. I think referees are discussing whether there'll be an additional penalty afterwards, as we saw some shoving go on, and they might be deciding whether to even things up, which they don't appear to be doing. So we'll see 2 minutes of man advantage for the home side here, their second power play opportunity.
So we've got Alex de Graaf in the box for Queensland.
He'll be pleading his case to the referee there in the box. As I say, I think he was just trying to get position to get around the net there, not realising that it was the goaltender and not just a defender that he was trying to get round there. Nothing malicious on display. Certainly nothing we could suggest. Especially not with that camera angle. Had we only had the one from up here, we might be able to argue about it, but having the goalie cams at either end here at Newcastle is an absolute blessing.
Oh, 100%.
We get an incredible view of the action here. Referee still discussing with the Queensland captains.
And we'll remain on a power play for
we've got 2 minutes
New
on the
South
clock.
Wales.
And we have now entered stop time, so a little bit of additional advantage for the home side here as their power play kicks off. Quinn with it. He'll reverse back to Hughes. On the red line, he'll assess the layout in front of him. He'll walk it wide. He'll be looking for opportunities here. Good bit of defence there. Nice defensive stick there from Queensland. Breaks up that play. Loose puck in the far corner there. Reverse to this near side by Queensland. They'll be trying to run down the clock as much as possible, but New South Wales able to regather possession. Shot uncontested through traffic. Played by a hand. They're going to indicate something. The referee is.
We have a no goal.
The puck is in the net. The referee has got his hand up. He's calling it. It definitely looked like a hand pass. As much as I would love to sit here and say, it certainly looked like it from here. We'll get a view of it from up here. That's Schumack batting it down. It looked, he may have got stick on it. And as we say, the goalie cam here, there he is. He plays it down. He absolutely got stick on that one. What a play from Schumack. His second on the evening.
The refs are having a discussion, but
they're having a conversation about it.
They were in the perfect position to see it.
As you said,
so
He certainly looks like he's awarded that one.
They're
waving it off.
They are waving it off.
They're waving it off. Just as we very confidently said, it looked like he got stick on that one. They're gonna wave it off. It's all happening.
All right.
It's all happening. Well, New South Wales still have a 2-1 lead. They still have a minute 14 of power play advantage here.
They had a good discussion, the
they
four
had
of
a good
them.
discussion. Yeah,
we
can't fault them for that. They are discussing it out, and it is stop time here.
And
so they'll get another opportunity.
They don't get the privilege of seeing the replay.
No, I'm fairly certain they don't get the luxury of that. We have the luxury of being able to look at replays here, but referees at this level, no, they don't. They don't have that luxury. So unfortunately, it is up to them to have that discussion and make that determination. And this is the decision made at the time. So back in action, face off in the attacking zone. Quinn with it on the blue line. He'll put it into some shin pads. Great defensive play there by Queensland. Brilliant back check. New South Wales are in position. Cross ice pass. Will he get a shot away? Ooh. He'll get it in, and it's crossed back in. And Montgomery, Johnny on the spot again. Huge save there. Blues back on the attack. Queensland with possession behind their own net. Trying to clear it out. It bounces around. Gunned down the ice just outside the blue line. Quinn has it under control.
Both teams with high speed. Got some fast
moving back and forth. Quinn doing a great job of calming it down and reasserting himself on the game. Bit of contention in that corner there. Schumack making a nuisance of himself on the Queensland defence still. Tip just wide of the net there. Another opportunity for New South Wales. They pick it up on this near side. Quinn with it. He's got some space. He'll move it back to the near half wall. Hughes to Quinn. Quinn's got a lane here. He'll get it through traffic, block it high into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage. It's all happening. It's all happening.
Oh, it's the intensity's rising a little bit here. We've got 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the game.
9 seconds of man advantage. Queensland have an opportunity here. If they get possession, they could spring their guy in the penalty box.
And I guess we'll see if they have an opportunity to pull their goalie and tie up this game.
Well, we've got 3 minutes of stop time yet. I think it will be a little bit before we see that, but good face-off win there by New South Wales. They'll keep possession in the zone. They'll shoot it through traffic, but again, that structural defence from Queensland eliminates opportunities. Board pass. Malley's inside. Good move to get through the defence, but he can't re-corral it. Bit of contact in the end there, but New South Wales lost track of the puck there. Malley really doing a great job of being Johnny on the spot for Queensland. He's got another chance in front. Centering pass, cleaned up by New South Wales, out over the blue line. Chistikov's got an opportunity here. He'll pick it up in the attacking zone. He'll try and step around contact. He's unable to regather possession, and he's still down on the ice. Chistikov still on the ice in the attacking zone for New South Wales. Back the other direction it comes, and we'll get a stoppage finally. Chistikov's still down. To the left of screen here, as Montgomery will reset himself after another flurry of action down in the blue zone. Looks like Chistikov tried to step around some contact there and may have just caught a bit of a clip high.
The chin, is
again.
He holding?
No, that looks like his shoulder. Yeah, unfortunately. As with earlier in the game, I think it was just young Greg trying to dodge out of the way and caught a bit of a clip up high. Certainly nothing to suggest anything nefarious or ill-intentioned by the Queensland defence, who very clearly played the puck and then sent the game down the other direction. So Greg's back on his feet now. He's holding his face to the applause of both benches. Again, more sportsmanship on display.
Might have cupped something in the jaw.
Yeah.
Just underneath the cage. It would
be.
Might have been a stick,
like
possibly.
No additional action, no call on the play, as there wasn't one at the time. So back to the right of screen we will go. Defending zone for the Blues, with attacking zone face-off opportunity for the visiting Queenslanders.
2 minutes 22 in Queensland's offensive end, Ben. Anything can happen.
Time. Every chance is a chance. They'll get to reset here. Shots on goal still favouring the visitors, 22-19. Again, much more hotly contested from yesterday. Queensland had the clear and distinct edge. Able to get that one out of the zone there. Cam Hughes takes a bit of punishment to get the job done. Full credit to him there, and it's down on the end wall. Board battle there. Queensland pluck it out of the mess, and they come away with a little bit of speed. Through the neutral zone they go, over the blue line and in on the attack. They've got 4 maroon jerseys deep in the blue zone. Trying to fight it out. That's an empty net. Extra man on the ice for the Maroons. Partridge joins the action. Not able to get that one out of the zone was Queensland. Quinn has it. And we've got an offside play called on that one. That was close. I think it was a hair's breadth in that one.
And we'll remain with the empty net with...
Nope, there he is heading back to the crease. 1:38 remain. So I think we'll see Queensland try to get possession in the zone and deep before they pull Dallas to the bench again. Queensland defence pick it up behind their own net. A little bit of pressure there from New South Wales, forcing them to go back and reload on their second chance. Dallas to the bench now for Queensland. We met with it. Will escape some pressure. A loose stick in front, shot through traffic, and Montgomery's got it. Great reaction save there from Montgomery, who had to look around a little bit. I don't think he saw it come in. It was just really solid technical positioning work from Montgomery that got him out of trouble there. Face-off will be on the near side of the Blues zone. Dallas Bocal still on the bench for Queensland. 6 men in burgundy and gold jerseys. In the attacking zone, clean win there by Queensland not able to get that one under control. An attempted clearing there by Quinn. Cut off. It's loose in front. Campbell has it. He's got a bit of room to move. He'll step around the defence to try and make sure, but his pocket's picked on the near boards. It's loose in front. Quinn is there. He'll get it under control. He'll clear it out. He'll take a late hit there. We've got an arm in the air. Blues still have possession. The arm's still in the air from referee in the attacking zone, and that will be that.
Oh, it's all happening here, Ben.
It's
We've got
all
45
happening
seconds
here. Quinn.
remaining with one going to the box for Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland will spend 45 seconds short-handed here to close out this game.
And it will be Bryce Hodges heading
At the very
in there.
least 45 seconds to close out this game.
Yep.
Barring a New South Wales goal, which they've looked dangerous on their power play here, is entirely possible. New South Wales to the power play. 45 seconds remain in this one. Again, it is stop time here, so every stoppage is a stoppage. There'll be no hurry here. Queensland win the draw. I'll try and close that one down. Move it to the near side. With possession, I would think New South Wales will be a little bit more insistent on trying to get to the puck there, but they're letting Queensland have a little bit of space. They don't seem to want to force the advantage here. Bouncing puck, sent down the ice. It won't go for icing because, again, we've got a man advantage here. Sent in front, not able to put that one away. Scrambling defence for Queensland. Full credit to those guys. Keeping that one out of trouble. 10 seconds remain. Still in the Queensland zone. Maroons with possession. He's onside for that one, according to the linesman, and he'll get run over by Quinn. Sent the length of the ice and into the empty net.
I'm not. Was that
New
before the
South
buzzer?
Wales. Yes,
Yeah.
I think they'll give it. I think they'll give it.
Oh, that would have
They'll
been.
give him that one. After
5
waving off
seconds.
that last one, I think they'll give him that one for the empty net. And New South Wales crowd Matt Montgomery. A well-deserved win for him.
Oh, well deserved for New South Wales. They
Well,
really came out
flipped the
strong.
script.
Yeah.
Really flipped the script from yesterday. Queensland should be hanging their heads for absolutely 0 seconds. They played a fantastic game themselves. It's very difficult to back up on such a short turnaround. 5 p.m. last night,
Absolutely.
9 a.m. this morning. That's a tough one to do on the road. But they came out, they
Montgomery,
played their game. They
holding
gave
that back
them,
end.
oh, mate.
Amazing.
Queensland gave them hell this morning. But the series will go to one apiece.
Which is nice. I like a bit of
nice.
that.
A little bit of competition. It's
Personally,
fantastic.
I would have liked
Of course,
a
of
Queensland
course.
win,
Of
but
course, of
we always love that. It's we've got 6. It's a 6-game series. Plenty of
We've got 2 more games here in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah,
So we'll be
same time.
coming
So
to
we've
here,
got
and
the
then-
22nd and 23rd of February.
And then we're up to Queensland.
You sure are back in our territory.
We'll head north, closer to the equator.
Yeah, and those will be
To close out
the
that
1st
series.
and 2nd of March. And
Nice.
we will have a 4:30 game on the Queensland time, so 5:30 for the daylight savings, and we will have a 3:30 Queensland time for Sunday, which is 4:30 for
Bit better of a
daylight.
turnaround for you guys there. It's
Definitely,
not quite 9
a nice
a.m. the
little
following
sleep
morning.
in for everybody.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that'd be lovely. But yeah, the story this afternoon, 3-1 to New South Wales to even up the series at 1 apiece after 2 games here. Queensland playing an excellent game. Everything to play for. It is shaping up for a very, very interesting subsequent 4 games.
Definitely, games 3 and 4 will definitely bring the heat. And
Absolutely.
We'll see who comes out on top.
Massive thanks to you, Julie,
Oh.
for joining me in the broadcasting booth
It was
here
a
this
pleasure.
morning. It was a joy and a privilege to have you up here with me. It was a bit of great fun. We'll wait a second here as both teams salute the crowd here in Newcastle, coming out to witness this game on a brisk Sunday morning. Thank you for joining us online, if you caught the stream as it was live stream, or if you're watching it in replay. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure to host you. We look forward to bringing games 3 and 4 to you here in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.